Hi, friends! As you can see, we're at school, which means today we have to escape from Mr. Stinky.
Hello, everyone. But first, we need to get out of the classroom. Crazy Mr. Stinky put our picture on the board and wrote that we're newbies. We need to prove him wrong.
Of course we will! We are real sheriffs. Let's activate the fire alarm and escape before anyone notices.
Sheriff Labrador, difficult trials await us ahead. We need to save our strength for the final boss battle.
Oh, it seems he was nearby all this time. Stealth is not an option. Let's run!
He's looking at us with such a scary smile, he's about to catch up. We need to speed up.
What a huge belly he has. Is he really asleep? Maybe he just wants to scare us or play. Perhaps he's curious about how we'll handle his trials.
Haha, why did he fall asleep? Well, better not to risk it.
Someone tried to escape and stepped into this strange green liquid. I hope it's not acid. Let's climb into the vent. Hold your breath so you don't choke on the dust.
Now we'll jump through the parkour. You're a pro at this, so I'm sure we'll pass without mistakes. Looks like he's awake. Hope he doesn't attack now.
Look how creepy this looks. Why did he drill a hole in the wall to spy on us instead of installing a camera?
Very creepy. Maybe he thinks this will scare us and we won't be able to continue.
Such things don't scare us. We face scarier things. We need to ignore him and focus on the goal. How do we open the gates?
Maybe these two buttons will open them. The question is, do we need to press them simultaneously or separately?
It will be unfair if the door only opens together. We'll find out soon when we press the second button.
How much money and time was spent on creating all these trials? He's really crazy. Why does he need all this? To watch kids cry?
Great. The door opened. I think he spent about $1 million in 10 years on all this. But we haven't seen the other trials yet, and they are probably more difficult. Oh, this trial looks familiar. Maybe he wants to learn our weaknesses for the final battle.
Now we need to focus on not getting hit by the laser. I don't understand how lasers can disintegrate things. I've only seen those used to play with cats.
There are powerful lasers used in material processing. Their power allows cutting through various objects.
Got it, thanks. Look, this guy is offering to take a secret path. Should we trust him?
If it's a trap, they'll just kill us and we'll respawn. Plus, I'm curious to see what's there.
It's a giant hanging platform. Maybe there will be a boss battle. Why did this guy say it's a secret path?
All we can do is press the red button. Okay, the button summoned the boss. He looks like Mr. Stinky, but with pipe legs and a large gear. Maybe Mr. Stinky likes steampunk and made a robotic copy of himself.
Considering the technology, it's possible. But Mr. Stinky is too old to master such technology. Although, given his madness, anything can be expected from him.
He has almost no health left. The main thing is not to get too close so he doesn't hit us with his hat.
Oh, that was exhausting. He's too strong or we have too weak weapons.
All right, what's next? We defeated him and we got nothing. What nonsense. Maybe they'll at least leave us the weapons. Oh, I accidentally jumped. No big deal, we'll respawn. This guy just tricked us. He probably wanted to laugh, but something went wrong. Did you notice that these books have spikes? It's dangerous.
And those spiked balls, they look like viruses. I hope we didn't get sick.
We almost ran into a spiked mace. Oh no, it's yellow-toothed Larissa. Grab your weapon and shoot her in the eye. She looks like Mrs. Stinky because she has terrible breath.
I hope she at least takes a shower. She has horrible makeup and a wart on her face. Now it's clear. Mr. and Mrs. Stinky are dating. Interesting.
Hooray! The second boss is defeated. Dobie and I were patrolling the town when we received a distress call. Professor Tailstein, a well-known scientist and inventor, had created cyborgs meant to assist the townsfolk in their daily tasks. But it soon became clear that something had gone wrong. Instead of helping, the cyborgs began to act aggressively. Dobie and I realized we couldn't ignore this. Tailstein always had strange ideas, but we never expected something like this.
Yeah, at first everything seemed like just another normal project. The cyborgs were helping with cleaning, delivering goods, ensuring safety. But soon reports came in that the robots were breaking equipment, scaring people, and in some areas, even attacking residents. Sheriff and I immediately realized something wasn't right. These machines were too smart for simple tasks, and it seemed like they were starting to plan something. We went to the professor to figure out what had happened.
When we arrived at the professor's place, he was in a panic. He claimed that his program was supposed to work as intended, and that the robots couldn't have gone out of control. He said he didn't understand how it happened. But his invention was clearly no ordinary one. We inspected the lab and quickly realized that something wasn't right. We started suspecting that someone might have interfered with the system and introduced a virus that altered the behavior of these robots. Time was running out and we needed to act fast.
The professor told us that the central control module, which controlled all the cyborgs, was located in an underground lab. It was a secured area, and getting in wouldn't be easy. But Sheriff and I knew that without accessing it, we wouldn't be able to stop the cyborgs. We began planning how to break into the lab, knowing that many dangers awaited us along the way. If we didn't succeed, the town would be destroyed.
We entered the lab and immediately faced our first obstacle. A few cyborgs were patrolling the corridors. We tried to move quietly, but one of the robots spotted us and activated the alarm. More cyborgs appeared right away and started moving toward us. We had to act fast. Dobie and I fought back in sync, but every step was getting harder. The cyborgs weren't backing down.
As soon as we passed the first corridor, we realized our task was only getting more difficult. New patrols were waiting for us at every corner, and if we weren't careful, we'd be spotted. I suggested using some devices to temporarily disable their sensors. We managed to pull it off, but time was running out, and we knew that every second counted. We kept moving toward the main hall, where the module we needed to disable was located.
When we reached the central hall, we were met with a real cyber barrier. Several cyborgs surrounded the control module, guarding it. It was a full-on battle, but we knew we couldn't lose. We attacked from different sides, but one of the robots triggered the defense system. At that moment, we had to act quickly. While they blocked the entrance, I searched for a way to disable all their signals. In our town of animals, there's nothing scarier than a school night. It all began when we received a strange call. In the school where the youngest residents study, all the lights went out. At first, it seemed like a simple power outage, but as soon as Dobie and I arrived, we knew something was wrong. The darkness in the corridors was so thick that we could barely make out the path. There were no students to be found, but strange sounds echoed as if someone was wandering the dark halls.
Sheriff and I decided to investigate the school. As we walked through the first floors, we noticed strange marks on the walls, as if someone had been hiding or running in a hurry. We made our way to the old basement, a place no one usually ventured into. The school was quite old, and the basement had always been surrounded by rumors. They said that many years ago, mysterious experiments were conducted down there. At that moment, Sheriff and I began to feel an unsettling sense of anxiety building up. We moved forward, trying to locate the source of the strange sounds.
When we descended into the basement, the air was heavy, and the darkness felt almost alive. We discovered an old, dusty mirror that had once stood in one of the classrooms. It was covered in grime, but when we cleaned it, something strange reflected back at us. It wasn't our reflections, but silhouettes that resembled students, with empty eyes. We quickly backed away from the mirror, and at that moment, we heard the basement doors creak open. We turned around and saw a shadow begin to move down the corridor.
We rushed toward the exit, but the doors were locked. It was at that moment that we realized this wasn't just a security system malfunction. The shadows were moving faster, and there were more of them. We tried to find another way out, but every corridor led us back to the basement. Suddenly, one of the shadows began speaking in our voices. That's when we understood. This wasn't a coincidence. Someone or something had brought this place to life.
Dobie and I desperately tried to escape, but the more we moved, the more creaking footsteps we heard behind us. We decided to use some old school equipment to disable the electrical systems. As soon as we did, the shadows started to disappear, and silence returned. Once we were outside, we realized this wasn't just a malfunction. We had saved the town, but the dark forces in the school were still lingering.
When we told the townspeople the story, many started looking at the school with suspicion. But despite everything, the shadows had vanished, and in that moment, we understood sometimes even the darkest corner can be a hidden test for those who are brave enough to face what they don't understand. Sheriff and I returned to work, but that evening, when night fell, neither of us could bring ourselves to go back. We knew this school wasn't just a building, it was a place where dark secrets hide.
Well, friends, we did it! We conquered that evil teacher! I, Labrador, want to thank you for joining us on this adventure. Remember, with us, you can chase down any problem and beat it.
See you, friends. We're always on guard.
Hello, friends! It's Sheriff Labrador here again with my tireless partner, Sheriff Dobie. Today, we've jumped into a totally crazy mode in Roblox called Shrink or Grow to complete the obby. This is going to be a real puzzle challenge. Hit the like button if you love obbies and comment below who you think will complete all the levels faster, me or Dobie.
Hey everyone! Oh guys, this isn't just any obby. Here, you don't just jump over obstacles, you also have to change sizes at the right time. In some sections, you need to shrink down to the size of an ant to crawl under barriers, while in others, you need to become a giant to leap over massive gaps. It seems like we're going to need all our agility and cleverness to make it through this obby.
It all starts with a small level where we learn how to change sizes. There are magic platforms that either shrink us or grow us. And right from the start, it's clear that this won't be easy. You need to time your jumps onto the platforms perfectly to get the right size and avoid falling into the abyss.
The backstory of this mode says that this obby was created by a great scientist who accidentally mixed magic potions and created a world where size doesn't matter. His lab was filled with experiments, and eventually, the entire world turned into a maze with changing scales. Now, we have to navigate through his creation to find a way out.
But be careful, friends. The mode is full of traps, disappearing platforms, moving blocks, and even spikes that pop up out of nowhere. And the hardest part is choosing the right size at the right time so you don't get stuck or fall. Imagine, you need to shrink to slip under a laser and then instantly grow to avoid falling from high platforms.
There are even sections where you have to switch sizes mid-air. For example, shrinking to slip through a narrow passage, then quickly growing to leap over a giant gap. It's like an acrobatic show, but with elements of magic and awesome obby challenges.
We can get help from special power-ups, speed boosts, double jumps, or temporary invisibility to get through the toughest sections. But you still have to find those power-ups, and they might be hidden in the most unexpected places, like under a platform that you can only see when you're mini-sized.
And of course, at the end of each level, there's a big final jump that you can only make if you choose the right sizes in the correct sequence. It's like a true test of speed, reaction, and logic. Guys, let us know in the comments which size you prefer, tiny or gigantic. And Dobie and I are setting off on our journey through this incredible obby. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our new adventures and escapes.
In some sections, you don't even need to grow larger. I just returned to my original size and easily got through it. Dobie, do you see this beautiful staircase we're walking on? It's painted in rainbow colors. Wow, it looks amazing.
Sheriff, look back. With each step you take, the staircase disappears. You're lucky you're moving fast enough to get through it. The best move here would be to grow bigger and start running as fast as possible, just like Sonic.
Oh, we've hit another staircase with waves. Let's grow larger here too and try to just jump over it. Guys, watch and remember these hacks. These Roblox modes really test your cleverness, and Dobie and I are super resourceful. We always find solutions to any tough challenges, right, Dobie?
That's right. Wow, this looks like a real water slide, just like in a water park, but without the water. By the way, I've often responded to calls at water parks. It's a place where anyone can easily get injured. We're not medics, of course, but we have to figure out how they got hurt. Who knows? There might be evil scientists or wizards at the water park. We're always on guard, keeping order.
Hey, have you noticed that with each level, the obby gets harder and harder? The traps activate faster, the platforms disappear quicker, and the gaps between them get wider. It's like the scientists set everything up specifically to confuse us. But we're not that easy to fool, right, Dobie?
Of course, we're real sheriffs. The key is to choose the right moments to change sizes. Labrador, it seems like something changes every time in this obby. I see some new paths that weren't there before. That means the further we go, the tougher it gets. But we're not giving up. The main thing is to keep our balance and remember to change sizes at the right time.
Dobie, did you see what happened to the town square? At first, I thought I was having vision problems or maybe I was just too tired. Imagine this. I'm walking downtown in the morning, and suddenly I see the statue in the square has grown to the size of a house. And just a little further, right across from the cafe, there's a tiny car, barely bigger than a toy. I couldn't believe my eyes. Was this really happening? Only later did I find out that it was all the work of an evil scientist. He invented a device that can enlarge or shrink anything.
Labrador, I was shocked too. When I saw that giant thing in the square, I thought it was some elaborate prank or a movie being filmed. But then, when I saw a giant mailbox fall right in the middle of the street, scaring all the passers-by, I realized something was really wrong. And the scariest part is that this scientist, Dr. Shrank, decided he could use his invention to establish a new order in the town. He enlarged everything he considered important and shrank everything else, as if he had the right to decide what the town needed and what it didn't.
Yeah, Shrank definitely got carried away with his device. He figured that if he made his invention known to the world, he could dictate terms, and the town would become his personal playground. At first, everything looked chaotic. Giant objects blocked the streets, tiny buildings got lost among huge bushes and benches, but when he enlarged the town hall tower so much that it blocked out the entire sky, that's when it became a real problem. We knew we had to do something fast, but it wasn't easy. Shrank's device was very powerful and compact. It could be anywhere.
Labrador, do you remember how we started searching for Shrank? We decided he must be hiding nearby to keep an eye on the results of his actions. We split up to search the area, and I found one of his hidden labs on the outskirts of town. It was full of all sorts of strange gadgets, and I almost stepped on one of his miniature robots that was patrolling the entrance. At first I thought it was just a toy, but then the robot started making alarm sounds, and I had to act fast to avoid causing a scene.
You did a great job, Dobie! While you were checking out the lab, I stumbled upon Shrank himself. He was busy checking the results of his latest experiment. He had shrunk the fountain in the park down to the size of a cup and was laughing like a madman. I decided to play it smart and started distracting him with conversation. I told him his invention was really impressive, but hinted that without his device, the town couldn't function normally. You should have seen his face. Shrank was beaming with pride. But as soon as I noticed that the device was on his belt, I knew this was our chance.
Labrador, you're a master at distraction. While you were talking to him, I managed to get closer and start deactivating his security systems. Those devices were set up to interfere with any attempt to get close to the main gadget. But luckily, I managed to bypass them using that miniature robot I had grabbed from his lab. And as soon as Shrank got distracted by your comment about the impact of his invention on the town, I made a dash and grabbed the device.
Yes, we defeated him there, but there was another situation related to this mode. It all started like an ordinary day. We were doing our usual patrol of the area when we suddenly noticed strange, shiny blocks appearing in the square, resembling those from computer games. I thought it was some new art installation or maybe an advertising stunt. But when I got closer and saw that the blocks looked like they were made of magical gold, I started to worry. Then we discovered that these were actual lucky blocks created by an evil wizard.
Labrador, it was incredible. At first, I thought you were joking when you said the blocks might be real. But as soon as I saw them up close, I realized they weren't just decorations. They had some kind of magical aura. As soon as we started investigating these blocks, something unexpected happened. One of them began to glow and emit strange sounds. We were lucky to be attentive. As soon as I touched one of the blocks, it opened up and a bunch of colorful sparks flew out. These sparks filled the air, and I knew we were in trouble.
Yes, and that was just the beginning. When we opened a few more blocks, it became clear that they weren't just decorative. Each block was somehow linked to the wizard's magic. One of them released actual fire elementals that immediately began wreaking havoc in our park. Another block triggered a snowstorm right in the middle of summer. We quickly realized that we needed to find a way to stop this magic and figure out how it all connected to the wizard.
Exactly. And you know what was the hardest part? Not just the blocks themselves, but the fact that they started attracting people's attention. Everyone began to gather around, and panic ensued. We tried to explain to people that these weren't just amusing toys, but a serious threat. Fortunately, we had a little time to figure out how to handle the situation. We decided we needed to find the wizard himself and figure out how to stop all these anomalies. But, as it turned out, he was aware of our interference.
Yes, the wizard was very clever. We started deciphering the note and realized that the wizard had left clues on how to neutralize the magic of the blocks. It turned out that each block was connected to a specific element: fire, water, earth, and air. To stop them, we needed to find special amulets that the wizard had hidden in various locations around the city. We managed to find all the amulets and stop the magic of the lucky blocks, and everything ended well. Thanks for watching and listening to this video, everyone. Goodbye for now.
I found 2 amulets, and Labrador found the other 2. It will be interesting to see what happens next. Stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye for now.
Greetings to everyone on our channel, friends. This is Sheriff Labrador back with you again, along with my trusty partner, Sheriff Dobie. Today we have something special for you. We are diving into the terrifyingly exciting Roblox mode called Escape Papa Pizza's Pizzeria.
Hello, everyone. Imagine this. You're trapped in an abandoned pizzeria where danger lurks around every corner. The main goal is to escape from this grim place, but be careful. A creepy chef, Papa Pizza, is hot on your heels, cooking his horrifying pizzas out of human parts. Yes, you heard that right. This will be a true test of agility and wits.
Dobie, tell everyone what they have to overcome.
Oh yes, guys, this will be a real challenge. You will need to solve puzzles, avoid traps, and run as fast as you can to avoid falling into the hands of this insane chef. But don't worry, Labrador and I will be there to help you every step of the way.
So, are you ready for this incredible adventure? Then make yourselves comfortable, brace your nerves, and let's see if we can escape Papa Pizza's Pizzeria together.
Oh no, Labrador, where's the light? I think Papa Pizza is chasing us. Hide, Labrador! We need to act quickly and precisely because Papa Pizza is right on our heels.
Oh, guys, he's right behind us. Do you see those scary eyes and that creepy apron? Papa Pizza is making his horrific pizzas, and he wants to add us to the menu. We need to find an exit immediately.
Exactly, Labrador. Listen carefully, guys. To save ourselves, we need to find a hole in the floor and jump into it. It's our only chance to escape this crazy chef. Let's move quickly. Time is running out.
Excellent. We did it, guys. We're safe. This time. But stay alert. There are always new challenges in this game. Thanks for being with us, and see you in the next adventure.
Woo! That was creepy, but we made it. Subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and let us know in the comments which modes you'd like to see next time.
We are now in, yes, the stinky sewers. Oh, what a terrible stench here. But we have no choice, guys, to get out of here. We need to climb up through the hatch. The problem is that waiting for us above is none other than the evil Papa Pizza.
Exactly, Labrador. The hatch leads straight into the bathroom, and Papa Pizza is already there, ready to grab us. But we have a plan. First, we need to find the hatch and carefully climb up, and then we'll try to outsmart him.
Do you see ahead? There should be a hatch. Be careful and watch every step to avoid traps. Dobie, do you think we can outsmart Papa Pizza?
Of course, Labrador. We need to be smarter and faster. Guys, as soon as we climb up through the hatch, be ready to react quickly. We need to immediately figure out how to bypass Papa Pizza and escape.
All right, Dobie, let's give it a try. There's the hatch. I see it. Is everyone ready? Let's climb up. Carefully. Quietly. That's it. We're almost there.
Oh no, he's here. Run, guys, faster. We need to find a way out of this bathroom and bypass Papa Pizza. Labrador, where to next?
We made it through that scary web. But how did Papa Pizza even become Papa Spider? Ouch! We stepped on a spike. We'll have to start over from the beginning.
We're currently navigating a trap with spikes, and we'll need to be very careful not to get caught in them.
Yes, Dobie, this is definitely not the place you want to get stuck. Watch your step, guys, and move away from these ominous spikes. We can do this together. Stick together.
After this trap, we'll face another challenge. We have to navigate a parkour across old pipes that could collapse at any moment. Be careful, guys, and help each other out.
Don't doubt it, we'll do this together. Hold hands and move forward. Nothing will stop us in this deadly race against time.
By the way, Labrador, do you remember that time when we tackled this mode as part of a 6-person sheriff squad?
Of course I remember. It was an exciting adventure. We fought against the clock, solved puzzles, and supported each other every step of the way. And remember what we promised to the one who would complete the level first?
Yes, we promised a prize and the trophy for the best sheriff. But you know, in the end, we all made it together and shared that victory.
Exactly, Dobie. It's important to remember that strength lies in unity. We can achieve great heights when we're together. So stick together, friends, and together we can overcome all obstacles.
We just escaped from the pizzeria with the terrifying chef. Phew, that wasn't easy. We're currently in a room with lasers, and we'll need to be very careful not to get caught by them.
Yes, Dobie, these lasers can be a real trap, but we'll manage, because we've already been through a lot. Let's move together and help each other out.
After this room, we'll face another challenge. We'll have to get into the freezer of this pizzeria and find a way out from there. But be careful, guys. There might be hidden dangers there.
Don't worry, we'll be together and help each other overcome any difficulties. Let's move forward and defeat this horror.
Also, Labrador, remember that time when we responded to a call from a school kid? He said the ice cream man was poisoning everyone through his ice cream and demanding huge amounts of money for the antidote.
Of course I remember. It was a real challenge for us, but thanks to our unity and teamwork, we were able to save everyone from this madness. It's important to remember that when we're together, we're strong.
Exactly, Labrador. Let's apply this principle in this game, too. Together, we'll overcome all obstacles. Be sure of it, guys.
By all means, we're ready for it. We received a call to the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. It was one of the most memorable cases in our sheriff career.
Yes, Labrador. That day was a real trial for us. The head security guard of the pizzeria called us, and his face was pale with horror. He said he saw on camera how Freddy Fazbear started moving, which was very strange, considering that he usually stands still.
Dobie and I immediately assembled our team and headed to the scene. Upon arrival, we were prepared for anything. Our task was to evacuate everyone from the pizzeria and keep an eye on Freddy Fazbear to prevent any danger.
When we entered the pizzeria, we felt a strange atmosphere. The air was filled with tension, and we knew something was wrong. We started evacuating the visitors and staff, reassuring them that it was just a precaution.
But when everyone was safe, our team began monitoring Freddy Fazbear. He started moving, leaving his usual place, which made us remain constantly vigilant. We watched him, ready to intervene at any moment.
Finally, Freddy Fazbear returned to his place, and we were able to relax. That day showed us how important it is to be prepared for any situation, even the most unexpected. Thanks to our team and actions in the critical moment, we were able to prevent anything.
Exactly, Dobie. It was a real challenge, but we made it. We had an amazing story that happened yesterday. Both I and my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie, suddenly found ourselves drawn into an incredible adventure that began right at our home.
Yes, Labrador, yesterday was a real climax. Both of us, tired after a hard day's work, went to bed, unaware of what awaited us. But our peace was suddenly interrupted by a strange light and the hum of UFO engines outside the window.
We both woke up from this strange sound and looked out the window to see what was happening. And what did we see? Hovering above our houses was a huge UFO, like something out of alien movies.
It was scary and exciting at the same time. But before we could do anything, we were both taken on this UFO. Before us was an incredible sight. We found ourselves inside the alien spaceship.
And that's when our real adventure began. The aliens made us go through various trials and puzzles to escape from this ship. It was like we were in a real escape Papa Pizza's pizzeria mode, only with aliens instead of a pizzeria.
Labrador and I worked together to overcome all the trials the aliens threw at us. Thanks to our unity and ingenuity, we managed to find a way out of this cosmic labyrinth and return home.
And when we found ourselves back on Earth, we felt like true heroes. It was one of the most incredible days of our lives, which we'll never forget. You never know what might happen, friends, so be prepared for anything.
Yes, we've gone through all the trials Papa Pizza threw at us, and it seemed like we were close to freedom. All that was left was to climb to the top of this sewer and escape from this cursed building. But, oh no, just when we thought our mission was almost complete, another trial awaits us ahead. A scary forest where Papa Pizza awaits us, ready to catch us and turn us into his next pizza topping.
This truly sounds terrifying, Dobie, but we have no choice but to gather all our strength and act together. We've overcome many dangers, and this forest won't be an exception.
Absolutely, Labrador. We must remain resolute and not let fear overcome us. Forward, friends. Together, we can overcome any obstacles and reach the end of this adventure.
Yes, Dobie, you're right. Let's go, guys. Stick together, follow us, and be prepared for anything. We'll meet Papa Pizza and show him that sheriffs don't give up so easily.
All that's left is to climb onto these boxes, and yes, we managed to escape from the evil Papa Pizza. Labrador, how did you manage to get through this dark forest maze? I was really scared when I saw him coming after us. Did you hear? When we jumped over the fence, he cried. I even felt sorry for him. How will he cook pizzas now?
Do you feel sorry for him? Remember what he makes his pizzas from. I think now he realizes that pizza should be made from simple ingredients, not from humans. Thank you for watching, everyone. Goodbye.
Yes, you're right. Goodbye, everyone.